talk about why you should stop searching for your passion. In the long run, you may ultimately be hindering yourself. Once you shift your life's passion into a job, it becomes just that, a task that you must do. We'll talk about why you shouldn't follow your passion. You should do what you love, do what you're good at, what gives you energy, and makes you happy. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notified when we post new videos. We have quite a good selection coming up in the next few weeks that you just don't want to miss. So I've been a professional coach since 2007 and have coached hundreds of people. I've helped many of them look for what they love and they learn to deal with those things. It helps them grow professionally and rise above it. It's helped them grow in their career and their leadership abilities. Plus, they feel more fulfilled than ever. This always sets you up for success like you've never imagined. So let's talk about why you shouldn't follow your passion. Once you shift your passion, your life's passion, into a job, it becomes just that, a task that you must do. Often our jobs just become the means to a paycheck. We get up, we go to work, just so we can put food on the table and a roof over our heads and take care of our families, and maybe we have a little bit left over to put into savings. Is this how you feel about your job or your career? Has it become something that you have to do, like a chore? Do you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach on Sunday evening? You know the one that feels like dread or impending doom, or just a simple desire to avoid the day. Why do we feel this way? Is it our attitude about the job, or maybe our expectations of the job are too high? Do you look around and think you need to change that job? Perhaps this job or that job would be better. That may be the right solution. Oftentimes, it is not the solution. It's been my experience that the best way to get out of this type of less than positive thinking is to take action. You may be surprised to hear the action that I'm advocating, though. I'm not advocating that you simply look for a new job. Not at all. If you want to make change and have it last, you need to change your attitude toward the job. No matter what you do, you should do it to the best of your ability. I'm not saying you need to stay in the job permanently. I'm not suggesting that if we change our attitude in our current situation, we have a much better attitude when deciding what the next job looks like. I think you should make the absolute best out of your current job. See, you should put your effort into being the best at whatever it is that you're doing. Why would I suggest that you do this when it's not your passion? Well, what happens when we focus our attention somewhere besides the negative self-talk? Well, we get a more positive outlook, and then we get a better recommendation from our current boss. None of us work in a vacuum, and the best way to find the next position is to have a great reputation in our present position. See, we read a lot about quiet quitting, and it's easy to quiet quit your job. It's not so easy to just pull yourself up by the bootstraps, dig in, and do a great job so that your next one will be even better. So let's be clear, though. I'm not suggesting that you stay in a toxic environment. Not at all. So you need to go watch my video on that very topic. But you should exhaust all your resources at your disposal to deal with that toxicity and not tolerate it. However, what we're talking about is buying into this idea that we should follow our passion. I don't know about you, but I'm very passionate about a lot of things, and not many of which would be a great career choice. What I would hope that you will do instead is find something that you love. If you love what you do, then you'll stop feeling that way on Sunday, and instead you'll be happy to go to work. Do what you love. Your work fills a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And I believe the only way to do great work is to love what you do. There comes a time when you ought to start doing what you want to. Take a job that you love. And why is this important? Because enjoying your career should be a priority over earning a high salary or a flashy title. But that may not have been the case when you decided what you wanted to do. Here are some reasons to quit the job you're unhappy with, and a few questions that can help you determine your next steps to finding a career you love. First, you should find a career you love because you'll feel more fulfilled. Your job shouldn't just be a source of income. If you don't enjoy what you do, you'll end up missing out on your life, and you'll create undue stress in yourself. This will not only impact you, but your family as well. Your career should not cause you dread. And if you're doing what you love, it will bleed right into your personal life. Everyone will notice. Secondly, you'll be more productive. I know we hear that word productivity a lot, but it's always easier to enthusiastically produce at a higher level if you're doing what you love, or at least something you like. Your drive to excel will increase, and naturally, you'll progress faster. Thirdly, you'll become an inspiration to others. You see, when you do what you love, you inspire others to take similar steps to ensure that they are also doing what they love. And what a great feeling that will be to know that you are inspiring and having a positive influence on other people. Lastly, you'll be much more successful. When you love what you do, then you always want to do a great job. People take notice of the great job you're doing, and it propels you into more and more success. You are much more likely to just do it, as Nike says, without much, if any, supervision. You will naturally go the extra mile when needed because you love what you do, you take pride in what you do, and you do this quite easily. Hopefully, you're doing so well because the job just comes naturally to you. So, let me ask you, have you gotten caught up in chasing your passion and yet you still feel unfulfilled? Well, if so, give us a shout out in the comments below and tell us your story. We'd love to hear about it. Okay, so do what comes naturally to you. I often ask my clients what they think their gifts are. Your gifts are usually something that comes very naturally to you. In fact, it comes so naturally to you that you think everyone is good at it or that everyone does it. For instance, one of my gifts is that I can pretty quickly read people. I get pretty close to what I think is their personality style, and therefore, I'm able to establish rapport with them very quickly. See, I used to think that was what everyone does until I became a coach and I started working with people that have different gifts. And very few of them have my gift. They have their own gift, but they don't have mine. So ask yourself what your friends and family would say are your greatest strengths. If you're not sure, just ask them. This is a great exercise to determine what comes naturally to you. It allows you to really focus on finding a job or even a stretch assignment or a gig opportunity that utilizes your gifts. You should also look at what you don't like to do. Now, this may seem counterintuitive, but you definitely don't want to take a job that a large percentage of what you'll be doing may be things you don't like doing. If we think about our motivators and stressors, it is important to have more motivators than stressors. So you're probably saying, well, duh, Connie, that's pretty obvious. Well, let me assure you that many of us have never even thought about the balance between the two. So when you're looking for your next job, you want to do what comes naturally. This should mean that there will be more motivation for you. It also will give you more energy to do a great job. So think about that. What gives you energy and makes you happy? For me, the first thing is gratitude. It's amazing how much happier we are and how much more energy we have to face the day if we start out being grateful. And if you do what you love, you will always be grateful. I encourage you to make a gratitude list and to add to it every single day. We all have a lot to be grateful for, and if we focus on our energy on thinking about those things, it's really a lot harder to have that negative self-talk. Our energy level is higher, and we approach the day with a much brighter attitude. The other thing is to make sure you recognize the contribution of others. I found that we have a much more positive attitude when we learn to give credit to others for their contribution, even just saying thank you. Not only does it make us feel good, it solidifies that relationship and it garners goodwill for any future collaborations you might have with them. It also sends a very loud and clear message to your peers and to your management that you're a team player. I also recommend you keep time on your calendar to get actual work done. And it's very important to do that. It's important to our mental well-being. If you're like a lot of people today, your calendar doesn't have a lot of white space in it. So I really hope you'll make a concerted effort at taking control of your calendar. It is your calendar, by the way, and so you have every right to manage it. Make sure you take time to get the work done that's directly related to your job. So, stop searching for your passion in your job and do what you love instead. If you do that, it will provide you with much more happiness, fulfillment, and contentment. It takes the pressure off and allows you to enjoy it. So, go have fun doing your job. Hey, are you struggling with managing your calendar or getting off the hamster wheel chasing success? Well, how about signing up for our email list? Get my ebook, 7 Secrets for Mastering Time Management. It should help you with that. The link is in the description below. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notified when we post new videos. We have a lot of really good ones coming up in the next few weeks. So subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you there.